Having these facilities is going to increase crime, is going to increase DUI or driving under the influence, is going to increase illegal sales.
Coming up this morning on Daybreak, City Council's facing pressure to make decisions on zoning for medical marijuana facilities, but not all members agree on the proposed zoning distances.
This is all part of that movement to just sort of break down that stigma that comes along with mental health. It's a big part of the conversation.
And we'll tell you about a new partnership at the Greene County Family Justice Center that aims to make one service more accessible for victims. We'll bring you those stories and, of course, a lot more this morning on Daybreak. Well, good morning and thanks for joining us. It's Thursday, March 7th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Moreno. Hope you're doing well out there as you get set to move. And I fell asleep last night running through my head of things to do today, and I thought it was Friday today. It was a rough one.
I hate it when that happens.
Right? Yeah, and you always catch yourself, right?
Yeah, no, I knew it was Thursday, which is tough because a lot of days, you know, my days are jumbled too. But yeah. I was happy when I came outside this morning. No frost, anything on the windshield.
That is true, right?
Seems like it's been a while.
We're talking about this warm-up that's been happening each day. Still following suit. It's all right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel terrible out there this morning, actually. I walked out the door, and it was like you braced for it, and I was like, oh.
That's the limit that we're at right now. It's not terrible.
Not terrible.
But we're okay. We'll take that. So almost to freezing today in Springfield.
Yeah, right now it's 31 degrees. We do have a couple of clouds out there this morning. Things are dry. Things are a little bit chilly, but not terrible. South and east winds at 13 miles per hour. You can see we've got partly to mostly cloudy skies out there this morning, but things are dry. Temperatures about 15 to 20 degrees warmer now than they were yesterday. So you'll feel the difference as you head out the door. It's 28 in Branson, 30 in Rolla, and 26 in Fort Leonard Wood. Winds are out of the south and east about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Wind chills are in the 20s. Hey, that's not bad, right? Things are getting better, so it may be not frigid this morning, but cold. I think you still need some gloves and a hat, but maybe not as bundled as we were early in the week. Dry roads through the afternoon will keep those green light conditions. We'll have a temperature of 51 degrees, mostly cloudy with increase in cloud cover through the day today. Saturday, we do have a severe weather risk posted for the area. It is conditional. I'll tell you what that means, plus what I think the threats will be. We'll do that in 10 minutes.
Beginning with the follow-up story, city officials are feeling the pressure to zone for medical marijuana facilities as the state starts to accept license applications in less than 5 months. The city has proposed a 200-foot distance between a dispensary and schools, daycare centers, or churches.
However, council member Craig Hosmer believes that 200 feet, which is only one block, would be too close to areas with high populations of children.
We should look at where we place these pretty seriously, because once we place them, we can't come back in later and say, you know, we gave you a license or gave you the authority to build here, and now we're going to take that back, because we can't do that.
Now, once all of this gets going, 4 types of facilities will be allowed in the city: cultivation, testing, manufacturing, and dispensaries. Director of Planning and Development Mary Lily Smith says dispensaries with the 200-foot distance requirement won't have as big an impact on surroundings as those other facilities.
Recommending 200 feet for a dispensary because we think that it is most like a pharmacy, that it doesn't have any kind of impacts that will be egregious to the churches, schools, and daycare centers. Unlike, for example, a cultivation facility, which may create an odor of marijuana growing.
And if you want to learn some more about medical marijuana at a public meeting, you can do so tonight in Springfield. State health officials will answer questions between 5 and 8 during a meeting on OTC's campus. They also want to hear from you about what you think should or should not be included in medical marijuana regulations.
Moving on now, yesterday we brought you a story that Lebanon will be offering incentives to potential homeowners, and now they're explaining why. Officials with the city say it has hundreds of job openings, but a lack of homes under $200,000. There are about 430 vacant lots in town, so the city is waiving development fees for those who want to build homes in town. Brian Thompson of Lebanon Ready says the amount of vacancies come from either abandoned homes or lots that were unfinished during that housing boom in the mid-2000s.
When things kind of had a pretty good downturn, as you know, in 2007, 8, 9, somewhere in that ballpark. And so these lots were ready to go. I mean, they had all the utilities and different developments set up for them. They were ready to be utilized, but unfortunately, times got tough.
The city is starting with incentives for just 25 lots, but if things go well, they could expand to do more.
New for you this morning, the Greene County Family Justice Center opened in December of last year and has already treated nearly 700 abuse victims locally.
Hannah Zettel is live in studio this morning with details on the center's new partnership with Burrell Behavioral Health.
Good morning, Joe and Lauren. As of this week, victims can receive immediate counseling service at the Family Justice Center. That's something that used to require advanced scheduling.
This is all part of that movement to just sort of break down that stigma that comes along with mental health. It's a big part of the conversation.
Domestic and sexual abuse victims may now find counseling and community resources at the Greene County Family Justice Center. That's thanks to Burrell Behavioral Health.
When people are in crisis, there's a lot of things going on that they may need help sorting through immediately.
Jamie Willis is the Family Justice Center project coordinator and believes the partnership provides victims immediate counseling, something that was not available on site in the past.
The Victim Center, which is one of our partners, offers counseling, but it's not immediate. If they come in to the Family Justice Center, we can't help them that day. And so through our partnership with Burrell, we'll have more immediate crisis counseling available.
In addition to the licensed clinician, Burrell will also connect victims with community resources such as Medicaid and food stamps. Burrell Communications Director Matt Lemon says these services help empower families to create long-term plans.
In addition to meeting their immediate needs, we have a professional who is there, who can talk to them, figure out what their needs long-term may be, and really insert them into that care.
The partnership is one of a handful of outreach efforts and facility expansions coming from Burrell in the last few months.
And really it just gets back to that shifting that model of not only behavioral health, but really healthcare in general, where we don't sit in our offices and wait for people to come to us anymore. We really need to be out in the community, connecting with people and giving them help and hope at the times that they need it most.
This partnership is one of many Burrell efforts intended to destigmatize mental health conditions. Other recent initiatives included February's mental health collaboration with Springfield Public Schools and an In-Part program designed to help mothers and children that suffer from substance abuse.
Hannah, this morning, thank you. We also have some education coverage. A nonprofit group is offering up to $100,000 worth of fitness equipment to schools across the state with no strings attached. It's part of a nationwide initiative to reduce childhood obesity. The National Foundation for Governors Fitness Councils is asking schools, including ones right here in Southwest Missouri, to submit applications for its Don't Quit campaign. Schools need to demonstrate leadership in getting students fit and include a written essay or short video. Parents, you can also make sure your district knows about the contest because the nomination process ends March 22nd.
Putting crime into focus for you, a truck driver charged with manslaughter after a 2017 crash is due in court for a sentencing today. Narinder Singh entered a guilty plea after being charged with second-degree involuntary manslaughter after his truck sideswiped another tractor-trailer, causing his vehicle to go out of control. Singh's truck traveled into the median and then back on the interstate, turning over and landing on a pickup. A Rolla man in the pickup truck died from that accident. Still up for you here on Daybreak, your Money Watch report, including the most expensive car ever sold.
Plus, Amazon's pop-up brick-and-mortar stores did not last long at all. We'll tell you when those will close next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.